This is
This is Japan's worst tiny apartment.
Japan's craziest apartment, hands down.
Oh, what?
I usually like to jump right inside, but you have to see this building from the outside to truly
It's just a
appreciate it
triangle.
upstairs. Because this here, that is the entire building. That's the
Wait,
whole
what?
thing. It is 5 floors of triangular goodness. It's essentially like
Who built
living
this?
in a Toblerone bar. And just for a little bit of perspective, here is the width of the building's edge contrasted against me. It is quite a sight to see. Let's head inside and
what
take
they
a peek
did on the
because it's not
inside
just a triangle from the
with it.
outside,
I mean,
and
maybe
it has
the
a
inside is
handful of
cool.
small problems aside from the shape
You know,
that make
like
it a
a
massive
tiny
challenge
home.
to live in. The area is beautiful, by the way. It's at this 5-point crossing in the Nerima area of Tokyo, but our first major challenge today is going to be this stairwell. Aside from the lack of vertical clearance and proper width to be able to get through here, the stairs themselves are actually
They're all so weird.
narrow and
It's
shallow.
also very
And they
bunkily,
hold on to
weirdly
the
shaped. What the
center pole
fuck?
Basically the entire time I'm going up just for safety. And amazingly, every single unit here is occupied except for the one that we're checking out today. I have been waiting a year for this, and a real estate friend of mine who runs a YouTube channel of his own, I'll link it, hooked me up with the
Imagine
keys.
coming home from
Huge
drinking. You'll never be able to get up, dude. Okay, let's see what it looks like.
Wow. Okay, so there's just about enough space to take off my shoes.
Okay,
there.
shoes.
Opens into a kitchen area, and I have questions about the shower area here. Mostly on account of this door.
He has to bow down to get inside.
The door doesn't open. Can I close it? Okay.
Oh my god, that is so small.
And I basically take up
Is that a bathtub?
the entire space. That's actually not a bad shower space. It's pretty much got everything that you need. It's got a shower right here.
But is that a
It's got
bathtub?
bath.
It's a
I'm really
bathtub.
wondering if I would even fit in. Okay, so curiosity.
You know, like this apartment that they sell, you're like, yeah, it has a bathtub and a shower, and then like the price goes up. It's first, you know, like, yeah, we also have a bathtub in an apartment. That's not a bathtub, bro. I don't know. That's stupid.
Fit in the bath, and that is actually not a bad bath. I could do that. Do you think you could?
No,
I heard
that is
Mountains
stupid.
Had a smaller bath than this. Then he
No,
had
no.
himself, and as an added
That is
bonus,
stupid.
he's got a window. Then, no matter how small your place is, a bath with a window is always nice. And there's a little. Can you call this a kitchen space? Barely enough space to stand here, but you have a tiny
you have a sink.
no counter.
You
single
have
induction
something to cook
heater.
on.
This little fridge
have a
here, if
fridge.
you're lucky, might just be big enough to fit a single iPhone. It fits.
I don't
We'll
know
talk
why you
about
put your
this
iPhone
magical
in there,
little
but
device in
sure,
a second,
now
but the
it's
room
gone.
itself does not
It's
look
not that bad.
like this. It doesn't look like this either, or this, or even this. And punching the lens in only makes it smaller and worse. The only way to really understand this place is to look at it from above. My hands can touch both sides. I have seen pictures of this place. but
Okay, yeah,
nothing
this looks
compares
bad.
to seeing this in person and just
No,
how
what?
tiny this room is. For perspective, if I were to be in here
But how do you lay
wearing
down?
my backpack, or if there were a sofa, there would barely be enough space to fit one, maybe 2 more people. What are the measurements? Now the floor plan for this says that you're getting over 11 square meters, but I'm wondering how much space do you really have?
He's doing the measuring.
Front to back, side to side, the widest space that you're getting in any direction is just over 2.5 meters. But it makes me wonder where I would put anything. Where would you put anything? Since we're in
I would
Japan,
put
for
nothing. I
example,
would
instead
put
of
a
bed,
desk
you'd most likely be
and
using
a bed,
phone,
and
then
that's
you
it.
would store it
Like
in this
nothing else.
closet
Maybe I
here,
just
but
sleep in there.
Do you really even need the closet?
I just
Or do
sleep
you
in
feel
there,
it's
not
just
even
taking
a bed. This
valuable
is where I
space in the
sleep.
apartment? It does have a
I remember
hanging
this,
rack
and
so
I
you
just
can
sleep
hang
in there.
clothes on it
That's
and
my bed.
whatnot, but it is rather large, and this place also
I
has
don't know.
a
This
lot
is
of the other
horrible.
minor amenities.
I'll
that
just
you
sleep
would
in a
need.
box.
On this side of the room, you have a hookup for
What
TV
was that?
reception, but if you
Is that
want
to
to plug
cool-
it
is that-
in, the
is that
plug
like
for some
to-
reason is
to
on the
cool-
other side
like-
of the room, and room up for TV
Is this to catch bugs? What is this?
reception, but if you want
Spiders?
to plug it in, the plug for some reason is on the other side of the room, and the room gives you a total of 2 whole plugs.
Air
So
freshener?
you can
Maybe,
plug
yeah.
2 things in if you want to. And
Air
there's a
freshener,
hookup for
okay.
telephone and
Okay, that
internet
looks- oh.
here that should never be touched. So we're gonna put
broken.
that back, and
You're
we'll
broken.
pretend that to pretend that that's fine.
That's normal.
And it's
That's
pretty
not a
good
fire
looks.
hazard.
None of the
Oh,
brick
look,
here is
stylish.
real. These are sponge bricks from the dollar store, and if you look real carefully, this is actually brick wallpaper.
It doesn't even align. It doesn't even align properly. Oh my god, no.
Mind you, you also do have an in-window air conditioner. This style of air conditioner is fairly rare in Japan. They're usually mounted up top, and this here is a hookup for fiber optics. So
What's a fiber
you've got all the
optic?
internet you would need.
Oh, it's
Mind you, in Japan, Wi-Fi modules are everywhere. The biggest problem with this place so far is just the noise.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually taken me a really long time to shoot this because this is one of the main streets of this area,
Oh.
and it is just filled with bikes and trucks and garbage trucks and stuff going through it all hours. This
Yeah,
is
that must be
probably
annoying.
so far the single noisiest apartment that I've had the opportunity to experience.
This is horrible.
in
Okay, I
Japan.
don't want to live there. Never. No.
Mind you, some people just aren't that bothered by the noise, especially considering the fact that the rent here is unbelievably cheap.
How
at
much?
only about 40,000 yen per month. I also love
40,000 yen per month. That's like 300 euros? Well, is that really unbelievably cheap? I mean, I guess it's cheap in where it is. I guess for where it is, it probably is unbelievably cheap. But, like, well, yeah, for where it is, it's cheap. 250 euros. But I don't think it's, would it be worth it for me? Well, I don't know. I mean, I have to really consider if, like, when you really think about it, if you pay like 200 more, you can get like triple the size in Berlin for, like, not even Berlin, but like in a lot of cities. So, I mean, it's okay. it's I don't know. I mean, maybe, yeah. Does it have a toilet? Have we seen a toilet? Huh. Well, that's a really good question. I haven't.
how both of the windows and balconies have these
Wait a second.
have these little cover.
Shared toilets?
I don't know what it's for. It's not actually covered by anything, but it's wonderful.
I mean,
And since we're on
you
the
can,
outside
like,
edge of
grow
Tokyo, a lot of the
plants
buildings
on
out
it.
here are much lower, and the view is quite nice. At least it is today. And these here
I guess this could be
look
a
like you'd be
student
able to hang
apartment. Like,
poles
if I
on
would,
them
like,
for
move
your
out and
laundry,
study.
but I'm
You would
very
need
stuck, but you may have
something. I
also
guess
noticed
that's
that there's
okay.
no toilet inside the apartment. I was actually warned, by the way, not
No
to
toilet.
approach any of the residents of this building. We'll cover that in a second.
Where is the toilet?
And I also wanted to show you this, which is apparently a portable washing machine, which can wash up to 1 t-shirt or 3 pairs of socks, maybe 4 if you're lucky. Didn't even know stuff like that existed, learning every day. The toilet is actually out here. We've actually got to go to the front door, put your shoes back on, and then your toilet is going to be right here.
Oh, that's
Now,
part
luckily,
of the
each floor
apartment.
or unit does have their own toilet space. It is not a shared toilet
Oh.
situation, but here's what it looks like. Now the door itself doesn't even open all the way, and this
Well,
is your
it
toilet
works,
space.
I guess. It works. No, it works.
That is basically the
It has a
entirety. You
sink,
have
guys.
little
It has a
sink
sink.
on top, but standing up inside may be a challenge for some people.
It works, right?
Let's watch the
It just works.
claustrophobics freak out when we close the
Oh
door.
my fucking god, dude.
That is the entire toilet space, and with limited ventilation, it does get very hot in
Imagine
here.
you
It's not the
have-
kind of place
I
that
would-
you
you
want
pre-
to be
what if
in
you
the
just
depths
die?
of summer. But as
in
for
summer,
those-
you just
get out of
die.
here, it is really warm. But as for those warnings that I got,
Shittable.
now, I've only ever gotten a warning like this one time before, and it was when I shot a video about a $100 apartment
Oh, I remember
here
this.
in Tokyo, and I was
Yeah.
recommended just not to approach the residents because they may not be friendly, welcoming, or even want to talk. And here, I wasn't really given
He's
a reason.
sweating.
They were like,
His hair, he's sweaty, he's on the front.
Don't approach the residence. Mind you, this building itself is actually fairly well known. The sign is kind of blocked right now, but it's called the Sankaku Biru, or Triangle. It's literally called the Triangle Building. So my assumption was that they've just gotten too much media attention because it is a fairly well-known building. But when I asked, they were like, no, that's not why. You just probably shouldn't do it. I'm so curious. What do you think it could be? Why should I not approach the residence? Alright, I actually just made my way up to the 5th floor, and the door here is off of its hinges, and it seems like the apartment inside has been completely abandoned. I think I'm gonna use a 360 and get a bit of a peek.
Oh, he's sneaking! Oh shit. Dude, that's someone else's apartment! he's breaking in!
That is wild.
Well, I mean, he doesn't break and enter because he never broke and he never entered, so I guess.
As well.
Well, yeah, it's completely, it's just a hold, I guess.
That's too bad. But would you live here? Would you live in this tiny triangle apartment, weirdly
It's not my
shaped? People
room.
always ask
Shut
me
up.
if I would. And my first apartment in Japan was way smaller than all of this. I also did not have a kitchen. I spent most of my time out of the house
Well,
anyway.
yeah, it's great
and
probably
I didn't really
for
own
like
anything since
a
it was my
first
first year in
apartment,
Japan.
but you
So yes, I would 100% live here. But what about you? I was leaving and looked back, and if you take a look at the plot of land that it's on, they've taken this really narrow plot of land and just squeezed a ton of real estate right into this tiny little space. Like, they even have their own parking space. Japan, you always impress me with how you utilize your land.
It's kind of, I think that's what, when I went to Japan, or when I generally go there and I go to Tokyo, I think that's like the craziest part of like walking through the city. Every single building looks and is shaped differently. It's differently tall, it's differently colored, it's just so fucking different. And then it's just so interesting to see because it's so all over the place, but it also always looks the same. It's so weird. I don't know. I really like it in that way.
That's amazing. Okay, going down these stairs feels 10 times more dangerous than
Oh, that's scary. What if you fall? You trip and fall and just die.
Oh, I nailed my head going in. Oh. Did the same thing like 6 times on the stairs. Oh my god, it got really hot in here while I was shooting that and I wasn't expecting it, and I'm just...
Yeah, he's sweaty. I was able to tell. He was sweating so hard. He had that sweat on his body, dude. The sweat is dripping.